Thank you very much. It's great to be here to tell everyone the Trek story. All right. Is there a reason why we don't have it up there? Okay. Anyway, let's launch into it. Trek Metals. We're an ASX-listed junior mineral explorer. We're focused in Western Australia. We've got a couple of really exciting projects, and why invest in Trek? You know, we've got a proven team of, proven team of battery metal pioneers. You know, well, I'm lucky enough, you've heard many presentations today of some of the founding members of Pilbara Minerals, spreading their wings and experience with quite a number of juniors. But at Trek, we're lucky enough to have the full team from Pilbara. And when I started at Trek, I'm an exploration geologist and started at Trek about a year ago. We were focused on gold in the Pilbara. And, under the leadership of my board, they really said, get heavily into battery metals. They really saw the thematic. They saw lithium, many years ago, and were able to propel Pilbara to, the amazing heights that you can see now. We have done a turnaround, and we've got some really exciting projects. I've got two in particular that I'd like to tell you guys about today. They're strategically located in West Australia, both in the Pilbara. No better place to be globally if you want to get a mining project across the line in breakneck speed. Voted number one jurisdiction time and time again. We're battery metals focused and obviously leveraged to the decarbonisation and electrification of the world. So Trek, ticker is TKM, share price come off a little bit. We're at 8.8 cents, so market capitalisation of 31 million. So plenty of upside there should we have any success. And I think, I want to look back, a bit of history here. This photo is of John Young and Neil Biddle back in the Pilbara Minerals days in 2015. Off in China looking for offtake. This is back when, nobody knew much about lithium and these guys had to go out and try and, get an offtake and travel the globe. But I'm really hoping that Trek will be in a position to sign, some offtake agreements, hopefully not just in lithium, but also in manganese, which is another battery metal. It goes into the lithium-ion batteries, but, I don't think people are really looking at it at the moment. I think we're going to see all the other battery metals, take off. And so let's get into talking about why manganese. So lithium, it's obvious. You can see, you've heard about it. You've seen the success stories. You're seeing the demand really pick up now. But I'd like to, so that's the graph on the left is just the predicted demand for electric vehicles. This graph over here is showing the percentage for the different types of lithium-ion batteries. So there's LFP and NMC. And so the nickel, manganese, cobalt batteries, they have the higher energy densities and they're gaining market share because people have, especially in Australia, range anxiety. You don't want your EV to run out of power, so you want something with more energy density, so you need the NMC. So we looked around and I think we've got a really exciting manganese project. At the same time, we want to see if we can value add. So historically Australia has been in this space down here. We just mine it, crush it, concentrate it, put it on a ship, send it off. There's a huge push, especially from the government, to start value adding to our products to create more value for Australia. And you see a lot of people recently have started making lithium hydroxide. There's a few plants now in Australia and have plans for many more. We're planning to make manganese sulfate monohydrate, which is at the same precursor level that goes into the cathodes. So we're going to look into value adding. Like I said, world-class location. Both of our projects here are in the Pilbara region of Western Australia. We're just down the road. Tambura is our exciting lithium project, only 70 kilometres south of Pilgangoora. It's in the same rocks, same age, down the road from Wodgina as well. No better place to be. There's port, infrastructure, proven mining jurisdiction. So Tambora, if we zoom in there and have a look at what we've got. This tenement, we've got two tenements, a large tenement holding. This is the Tambora Monzo granite, and that is the source to the fluids that went into the pegmatite. The pegmatites broke into the greenstones and deposited the LCT pegmatite system. So you're looking for pegmatites. We've got a huge strike length here. So there's over 30 kilometres of greenstone wrapping around this granite with the pegmatites coming in. FMG held this ground and did a fair amount of work looking for lithium. These dots over here are the stream sediment samples, and these values are lithium. And so, as you can see, these are the mapped pegmatites coming off the granite. So there's loads of pegmatites out there. You look at the lithium values, we've got a large elevated area here and down here. FMG got a sample over here, better than 1% lithium. So first thing we did when we picked up this ground was go have a look there. Right about there was where FMG picked up their sample. They said it was a lepidolite dike. So in lithium, you want spodumene. Spodumene is the dominant ore mineral for all the hard rock lithium mines, and it's really critical to have spodumene if you want to have a hard rock deposit. We went out, had a look. We found multiple stacked pegmatite dikes sticking out of the ground, and importantly, we identified spodumene in outcrop. Not only that, we got a lot of really good grades. We got better than 3%. A whole raft of them at 2%, 1%. The average grade of these big deposits, 1.5%. So we're well in the ballpark, if not, at the higher end for spodumene lithium content. So we've got the right style of mineralisation. That's a no-brainer drill target. And like I said, never a drill hole. This tenement has surprisingly in the Pilbara never seen a drill hole in its entire life for anything, not for gold. There's no gold occurrences nearby, but nobody's ever drilled here. So this is a greenfields, hard rock, spodumene lithium target in the Pilbara, just down the road from Pilgangoora. It's hard to believe it's never been drill tested. And the bit that really excites me as a geologist and an exploration geologist is this central area. So the dikes, it sits in a hinge of this greenstone belt, and that allows for more dilation, more fluids, bigger pegmatites. If we find some lithium there, so we haven't found any sticking out of the ground yet, but if we find lithium there, the tonnes will add up extremely quickly, and we could be sitting, it's the right, it's got all the right ingredients for a big hard rock lithium deposit. And when you look at the fractionation ratios, these dots are coloured by KRB, which is the potassium rubidium ratio. The further you get out from the granite, the more, the lithium stays in the solution until really far out, and then it drops out and deposits. Same thing with rubidium. So all the rock chips in that area are plotting in the fertile field for lithium. And everyone I've spoken to is like, just get out there and drill it. There's a photo of me standing on top of a 20-metre wide pegmatite. So plan is get out there early next year and drill this thing, see what we've got. Second opportunity at Trek is more advanced. It's another battery metal. It's manganese. I think this is one of the forgotten battery metals. Everyone's talking about lithium, looking for lithium. We think manganese is going to be, same trajectory. This project is also in the Pilbara, 70k south of Woody, which is a historic or current manganese mine, high grade. There's a proven resource here of 11.3 million tonnes at 15%. You can see all the drill holes there and the wireframe sticking out of the ground, this thing, so over 1.6 kilometres. Spitfire, there's been no work done on it for the last decade. Spitfire had some really good preliminary metallurgy results there where you can make high-grade concentrate around that, up to 44%, but on average 40%, which is a premium product these days. And we've got a large tenement holding, over 448 square kilometres. We're currently flying around 50% of that. That's central part with VTEM, so helicopter electromagnetics, to target more of these. So this is a hydrothermal style of manganese. It's woody style. It's high grade. Usually occurs in, like the VMS that we heard about before, usually in clusters. EM's a great targeting technique, so hopefully we'll generate some targets, get out there next year and really grow the resource base. At the same time, we'll do the metallurgy, and we're also going to, once we've made the concentrate, we're going to do some hydromet, see if we can't make the manganese sulfate. So that's it. Why Trek? You know, you've seen the success that Pilbara, that these guys, my same board, Tony Leibowitz, Neil Biddle and John Young, had. They had the foresight to say, you know, Derek, steer the course, let's focus on battery metals. You know, we've got a couple of great assets. They're early stage in the lithium, in the case of the lithium. The manganese, we think it's a forgotten metal, and, you know, we've got a resource there. It's high grade. We're going to look for more. We think we're in the right spot at the right time with some great projects. And we're cheap. So, yeah, get on board. Thanks.